All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Mary J. Blige reacts to Diddy's arrest. She knows about Aaliyah. That's what the title says here. I'm just reading it on the Culture Spill channel, which I'll leave the link to in the description. You know, Sister Jaguar Wright had a lot to say about Mary J. Blige, saying that she is a lot that she knows too. I know Mary J. Blige is working with 50 Cent. And 50 Cent, you know how he feel about Diddy. So that's an interesting dynamic there. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
You are ignorant, disloyal, ungrateful, and I'm gonna call you a until you start acting like a woman, because that fancy dog collar that Puff got around your neck and has had around your neck for the past 30 years, it should have been done got tight. It don't feel like a noose, Mary.
Damn.
It don't feel like a noose.
Everyone who has been around Diddy and acted like they were not aware of anything he was doing is being called to the front. And at the top of this list is Mary J. Blige, who, by the way, got an honorable mention in Kim Porter's alleged book for having threesomes with her and Diddy.
You shame yourselves, and all of you that won't speak, I hope you get charged right with them as an accessory before, during, or after each crime, because every has been around Diddy, seen Diddy beat a bitch.
And allegedly, Miss Mary J. Blige could have more information about exactly what happened to Aaliyah, and I will be getting to that as well shortly. Okay, y'all, Mary J. Blige recently announced her next tour, which sounds like it's gonna be a love letter to her fans when she wrote on Instagram, "When it's all said and done, it's never all said and done. I owe my fans a gratitude I can't put into words, so I put it into a show." She also was on Sherry's talk show to talk about the tour and said once again that the tour will be for her beloved fans.
The name of the tour is called the For My Fans Tour. So if you are a Mary J. Blige fan, this is for you.
But that announcement turned into a conversation that Mary probably should have seen coming with everything that's going on with Diddy. One person actually wrote in the comment section, "You've been that man's friend for over 30 years and never seen nothing or heard anything? All these empowering songs for women you made and you still was calling this man your brother. Fans want to know why you didn't help them women." Well, to a lot of people, it sure seems like Mary is trying to deflect now that her BFF has been arrested. And her name is coming up in a lot in relation to Diddy. First of all, we've had people saying that Mary J. Blige should come clean about the allegations that have come up in Kim Porter's alleged memoir. Now, initially, there were rumors that Kim Porter's book included details about Diddy and Mary J. Blige's relationship, how she got pregnant by him and got rid of the pregnancy. But now there are more details, with the book alleging that Mary J. Blige had threesomes with Diddy and Kim. In fact, the memoir specifically said that Mary J. Blige was the first threesome Kim had with Diddy. Well, I'm not entirely surprised that Mary J. Blige may have been hooking up with both Kim and Diddy, because we've also heard a bunch of stories about how she rolls. Jaguar Wright even Kim had with Diddy. Well, I'm not entirely surprised that
You got Beyonce, Kim, Mary. I don't know who those other two women are. And then that's Kimora.
Mary J. Blige may have been hooking up with both Kim and Diddy, because we've also heard a bunch of stories about how she rolls. Jaguar Wright even accused Mary J. Blige of hiding her real sexuality in one of her rants, where she not only challenged MJB to a versus, but wildly claimed that she is a lesbian. Jag was like, "I can produce my own songs. I can sit down with a competent mix engineer and walk all the way through a mix. I can do all those things, Mary. Can you? What can you do, Mary, other than play dress up and eat snatch in dark places, hoping nobody finds out you're gay? And if I'm lying, sue me, Mary. If you got the heart, let's do the verses. Or if you want to apologize to me for the way you tried to destroy my career at its very beginning, you can do that too." About Kim hooking up with Mary, it's possible that Diddy was forcing her. And I'm saying this because something similar came up in one of the lawsuits that was filed against Diddy, where April Lampros described in detail 4 times Diddy acted like an animal towards her. She said that the first time it happened was in 1995 after they met at a New York City bar, and April said that Diddy pressured her to drink alcohol. She apparently felt uneasy after a few sips and was later guided to a car to leave leave with Diddy. Then after arriving at a hotel where she continued to feel unwell, April was on a hotel bed when Diddy forced himself on top of her. April then described a different encounter that involved Kim Porter, alleging that she was at Diddy's apartment in Manhattan with Kim after they had returned from a nightclub, and Diddy told both of them to open their mouths and forced ecstasy down their throats. Then he forced them to hook up as he watched and got off while watching Kim and April. But it didn't stop there for Diddy, because after forcing the two ladies to hook up, April adds that Diddy proceeded to force himself on her. So it's actually very possible that something similar happened with Mary J. Blige as well. And this is why fans are saying that instead of trying to deflect, Mary J. Blige should be spilling exactly what happened between her, Kim, and Diddy. Well, we also have people saying that they really don't think Mary J. will be snitching on Diddy, because they have been pretty close. I mean, we all know that Mary J. Blige and Diddy go all the way back, and Diddy is the one who actually oversaw her first two albums. In fact, while speaking about how Diddy helped her overcome her fears in the music industry, Mary J. said, "When I met Puff, I was afraid of success. I was afraid to do anything that could draw so much attention on me, and when I met him, he was the complete opposite. And he was such a good thing for me because I needed what he had. His ambition pushed me to be ambitious." For those who recall, earlier on, Mary J. and Diddy had a fallout, and she actually took the blame for whatever happened between them, saying, "The reason we split up is me not understanding the business the way I needed to understand it at the time. He had a label, he had a female artist, he had Biggie, but during the time, I was really dogging myself. I was a mess on Any smart man or businessman would have moved away from me. It felt like he was becoming distant, but looking back, I now understand why. I wasn't delivering properly. I wasn't taking care of my health. So how can he roll his dice on me? Obviously, they worked out whatever was happening between them, because for the past 2 to 3 decades, Diddy and Mary J. Blige have been as tight as thieves. There are actually tons of photos online of Mary J. and Diddy together with people like Cassie. And there are also plenty of photos of Kim Porter and Mary J. hanging out together and being very loving towards each other. Mary also attended Kim's funeral and spoke. So if there's someone who witnessed firsthand what Diddy was doing, it has got to be Mary J. Blige. When it comes to her friendship with Diddy,
think about that, man. How, when you just think about all the possibilities, man, she's up there speaking at the funeral, but then if she, knows what possibly happened, I found, just to let y'all know, I have a good balance. I watch these type of videos and also watch a lot of positive stuff. I got to keep myself sane. But this stuff, it is a lot, man. It is. It is. Ain't even go front. Because I feel like at one point in all of our lives, we might have put somebody on a pedestal. Somebody.
Diddy even said not so long ago that Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest storytellers in R&B history, and she created a lane for women around the world to speak their truth to power. In fact, according to Diddy, nobody deserves success more than her. So if they are this close, chances are pretty high that Mary J. Blige knows a lot of what Diddy did. And this is what fans want her to talk about, not some tour with Neo. Why did she even include Neo anyway? Auntie, this might not be a good time to be rocking with Neo, especially since Neo was pulled back into the Diddy news cycle when a video resurfaced in which his ex, Sade, the mother of his 2 children, referred to him as Diddy Jr. and accused him of partaking in freak-offs.
Tell him about the freak-off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak-off. He calling the police, y'all. He calling, no, I don't give a, listen. No, you know what you did. Your body slammed me on the floor. Come on, police. Tell him the real you. 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 And why we're here today. Tell them why we're here today. Refuse to remove me. Why? Why? Because the commotion. How did the commotion start? What did we talk about? What did I ask of you?
All of that is irrelevant.
All of that is irrelevant.
Started throwing shit and getting loud and disturbing people.
Okay, so you calling the police like a Y'all, guess what? Over what? Because he want hoes over the house while his kids is here. While you like to have hoes and we alcohol, mushrooms in the house while his kids are here. Everyone has asked him to stop, but he will not listen to nobody. This is what's going on. This is the tea. While the is in the house, I asked him not to bring no in the house. I even came over here to help him with these kids because he won't watch these kids. Tell him about the freak off, Diddy Jr. Diddy Jr., tell him about the freak off. Tell them about the freak off. Tell them the truth. Tell these.
And you know, you got Neo and J-Lo. My dog's barking. You got Neo and J-Lo, who the hosts on that dancing show together.
People the truth. Oh, shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about none of these kids. Do y'all see a fucking picture in his house of a fucking kid? He don't care about these kids. All he care about is doing drugs, drinking alcohol, fucking these hoes. That's what you care about. So let's go. I'm a Diddy bop the fuck up out of here. You and your freak off. You can get back to your freak off in a minute. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. You'll be next. Your stories will be coming out next. He gonna say, my daughter crying. You gotta go. But the hoe gonna stay, huh? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay?
Excuse me.
The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna stay? The hoe gonna
This
stay?
is super toxic.
The hoe gonna stay?
You doing a lot.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Why can't you just be at home with your kids?
Why can't you just get out?
Why you just can't be at home with the kids?
Excuse me.
Why you can't be at home with the kids? Is that hard for you to lay in the bed and lay down with your kids?
No, I've done it before.
No, you don't do it. That's the problem. That's why I'm here, and you know that. And you know that. And you know that, though. And you know that. And you know that. I'm on that. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your up. Man, shut your up. Shut your up. Take care of your kids and shut the bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Mr. Clean. Please stop playing with me before I slap the shit out of you.
Yo, you slap the shit out of me.
No, shut your up. Shut your, yeah, I know I'm gonna go to jail with you. That's why I'm staying far away from you.
Hey, this is crazy, man.
Police. Police. Shut your.
Like, at this point, just get your kids and get up out of there. I don't know why she still got to put this camera and her fingers all in his face and stuff like that. You know? Like, you can tell that is an extremely, extremely toxic relationship. Extremely. And I'm wondering how many times he's messed up, but she's went back.
What I'm supposed to do, fight you? Okay.
You already did that.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Shut up.
Anywho, instead of rocking with Neo, fans want Mary J. Blige to talk about the real issues. And while at it, we have people saying that she should spill exactly what she knows about what happened to Aaliyah. You see, after Aaliyah died, Mary J. actually said that she believed there was a lot of foul play in Aaliyah's death and said she knew she was next. Like, she literally said, it was just that when I saw her die, that's when I discovered the fact that I'm next. I don't know how or when, but I'm next. I don't know what kind of freak accident they're gonna put me in or what kind of overdose they're gonna sort out, but at the end of the day, I knew I was next. I just thought, I'm scared. What do you know, Mary? What do you really know? Because if there's one thing we figured out, you included, it's that Aaliyah's death was never an accident. In fact, after the crash, it was actually confirmed that the small plane exceeded its maximum weight limit by several hundred pounds. In addition, the weight was not evenly distributed, which would have made the plane harder to control once it got into the air. It was also revealed that the pilot had also reportedly faked his license and was under the influence of alcohol and other hard stuff at the time of the incident. Apparently, Aaliyah didn't even get into that plane while she was conscious, and she expressed her concern about getting on the plane. We even have a witness account told by Kathy Lundali in her book, Baby Girl, better known as Aaliyah. Kathy wrote that Kingsley Russell, whose family ran a taxi and hospitality business in the Abaco Islands, was just 13 years old on August 25, 2001. But he was with Aaliyah as his stepmother drove her team to the airport for her return flight to the U.S. He said that when Aaliyah saw the plane, she refused to get on board and went back in the cab. Then someone from the entourage returned to ask her what was wrong. And according to Kingsley, Aaliyah is said to have repeated her concerns about getting on that plane, at which point she was handed a sleeping pill and fell into a deep sleep. Allegedly, Aaliyah was carried from the taxi and onto the plane despite her earlier reservations while she was still knocked out. The thing with Aaliyah is that there were several people who wanted her gone, like R. Kelly, who lured Aaliyah into a very controversial and highly inappropriate relationship before forging documents to marry her when she was not yet of age, and even reportedly got her pregnant. He actually forged documents and forced the marriage ceremony to ensure that as his wife, Aaliyah would not be forced to testify against him in the court of law. And you know who else allegedly wanted her gone? Jay-Z.
Why they fell out. And, you know, I had
that
forgotten
Jay-Z
that,
knew about
you know, what happened to Aaliyah. And
Right. Exactly. I mean, I didn't think about that, but yeah, it's like, here is this guy who was in love with this girl, and now your business partner is doing a project on your label with a guy that essentially raped your girl, and like, yo.
Back in 2002, Nas even suggested that Jay-Z knew what R. Kelly was doing with young women, and one of them was Aaliyah. He told Wendy Williams during a radio interview when a tape of R. Kelly leaked, "I could have showed the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about and made fun of it and show pictures of Jay hanging out. You can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come into the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You're gonna tell me he didn't see no 14-year-old girl come into the vicinity?" Well, you now know who else knew about what happened to Aaliyah: Diddy, and allegedly Mary J. Blige. That is why Mary was out here saying that she was scared that she could be next, allegedly, because she allegedly knew exactly what was going on. Who knows? Maybe Mary J. Blige is still scared because she even said on her Amazon documentary that there are things she's been through that she will never ever tell. And as much as she didn't exactly say what she was talking about, a lot of people say to date that it probably had a lot to do with Diddy. Well, I don't know if Mary is going to be spilling anything, and the only thing she has said that was a bit sus was a few months ago when Diddy's homes were raided and Mary J. Blige posted a cryptic post on Instagram saying, "Unfortunately, a lot of you all met me when I lacked boundaries and was a people pleaser. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges when needed." I'm not sure what she meant by that, or if it was in reference to Diddy, but literally, that was the only thing she wrote. Baby, with Diddy's arrest, she's gonna have to say something, because the feds are reportedly on everyone's neck. But do you think Mary J. Blige is gonna break and snitch on Diddy? What do you think about the bombshell that she was the first threesome Diddy had with Kim? And do you think she knows what happened to Aaliyah? Drop those thoughts in the comments section below.
They all know, man. At this point, you with this dude, no, a friendship supposedly for 30-something years. Come on, man. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I think what happened, and I said this before, is that Diddy got out of line, so they decided to, because they were talking about something with the alcohol. The alcohol company, I think he tried to sue, and to them, that's getting out of line. Because, like, if you think about it, even though this stuff has been said about Diddy for a long time, it's never been to this magnitude. So the fact that that whole alcohol situation came out, and now all of a sudden videos are resurfacing and everything, the Cassie video came out, and you see all the connections, man. There's no way, like, Mary J, J-Lo, and Beyonce, and of course his mama, those I feel like are the closest women to him. And of course it was Kim and Cassie, and you seen what happened with them. So yeah, I don't think there's no way any of them can escape this. I'm just trying to see how this is all going to play out, because the way they're talking, they were saying it's names that can shut Hollywood down that are on this list of stuff they potentially might bring out. So we'll see. All right, peace out.